public health emergency of international concern.
This particular epidemic may be about to become a global epidemic.
累计死亡病例170例。
We now have a name for the disease. It is COVID-19. The pandemic is accelerating.
We did not see the opportunity anymore to organize Olympic Games.
The risk level has risen from moderate to high.
I was at a hospital.
100,000 people have now died as a result of the coronavirus.
e-FMX. This is Motocross, the revolutionary new mobile motocross game developed by Aussie Adrenaline Game Studios. Stay low and save time in the air with the e-FMX epic new scrub feature. Ride multiple disciplines such as motocross, supercross, and freestyle motocross. Express yourself with a huge variety of freestyle tricks, whips, flips, and the notorious 360. Bike and rider customization like you've never seen before in a mobile motocross game. Battle head-to-head with other riders from around the world. Get ready at the gate for the ultimate mobile motocross game created for riders. e-FMX. This is Motocross. Download today on the App Store and we'll see you on the track.
Hi and welcome to the semi-final of the Night of the Jumps 2020 e-FMX World Championships. We are playing on a brand new game for the mobile phone on iOS and Android. It's called e-FMX. This is Motocross, and I can't wait to show you the next couple of rounds of competition. We're going into the grand final. The next event's the grand final. The two winners coming out of this event today will be there. Let's see who it's going to be. Now, I've had a pretty interesting week, and it's been freezing cold, and that's why I've had to get myself a nice cup of hot cocoa, a little bit of hot chocky. I've been outside making my very first snowman, so you can check that out. Yeah, don't hit the van. How many snowmen have you made in your life?
This is my second.
Second one ever.
I'm pretty sure you're not meant to make it with a shovel.
I don't know. This is actually my first snowman. I've only put a couple of things on. I hate the snow, as you can probably tell by my attire. I have walked outside of the house because Rach said I have to.
And because he can't drizzle this whole time for the next 6 months.
I hate snow. I don't hate snow. I hate the cold. Snow's nice. Cold shit.
Don't moan.
Gosh. Oh. Actually, freaking awesome cup. I don't know if you can see. Nice new Night of the Jumps merch. Well, hot chocolate cup, I'm going to say, because that worked out quite well. And what we might do, we haven't done this yet. Maybe we're going to make a Christmas pack. Let's have a look. Let's see what I've got. Maybe we can make a pack. Check it out. We're on Facebook Live, of course, but maybe we can put some merch up there and make a little Christmas pack for you all. We've got some shirts there. We've got nice rain jacket as well. Oh, there's heaps. There's so much there. We'll try and put a little bit of a pack together and we'll chuck it up on the Facebook store. Check it out and maybe you can get yourself a nice new Night of the Jumps hot chocolate cup, because I can tell you I need it right now. Normally I'm the commentator for the real world. Now I'm a commentator for the virtual world. This has been completely crazy. I'm also your host for the Riders Lounge podcast, if any of you have checked that out. And as soon as I finish this, I'm going to wrap up an episode I've just done with one of the riders who was in our qualification. It was Sebastian Westberg. He unfortunately lost the vote to Nick Ivankov from Russia by about, 100 votes. Unfortunately lost that one, but he was one of the Novelleros back in 2016. So we do have a really cool chat with him. And I've also got one of the very well, I think it was the first podcast ever released on the Riders Lounge podcast, and that was with Sheeny, and he's in the competition today, and he was actually at the only event Night of the Jumps did in 2020. It was back in Berlin, February 21, 22. We had the World Team Challenge, or the Freestyle of Nations, I think it was called, and he was part of the winning world team on the first night. Unfortunately, they lost on the second night. Let's see how Sheeny goes in this competition tonight on the TIMX e-FMX World Championships. He's going up against Pat Bowden, so it's the battle of the Aussies playing this game, and the other battle will be between Pedro Moreno from Spain and Matej Cesak, who was actually also at that event in Berlin. He was our backup rider. Luckily, we didn't need him, but Matej was also there in Berlin in case anything went wrong. But right now, Matej is killing it. He is putting together such good runs in this competition. I wonder if he's going to go through to the grand final. Now, let's stop talking about it. Let's get into the action.
What's up, guys? Matej Cesak here. I'm just right now at my home, chilling on the couch, doing nothing. Feeling not so good because I get the antibiotics 3 days ago for the tonsillitis, so I'm feeling a bit shitty, but it's getting better slowly. But at least I had some time to practice for the semifinals against Pedro Moreno. It took me like 2 days to do the run which I want to, the perfect run which I want, which is pretty funny, but we taken it pretty seriously. We want to get to the finals. And yeah, let's see. Wish us luck. I hope you will like my run, and take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.
All right, so unfortunately for Matej, he's not looking too good there. I hope he gets better. Tonsillitis sucks. That one hurts. And then he even had to make that little video talking. That would have been burning the back of the throat. So he'd probably pick up quite a good commentary voice, get a nice husky voice, and really send freestyle motocross. But here we go. Let's check out Matej Cesak's run. The first rider in the semi-final, he has tapped on tier 4. Oh, wheelie all the way into that first FC Moto ramp. Nice lazy boy backflip. T6, tier 6 trick, front flip, whoa, front flip tsunami. I couldn't even get the word out. Nice setup, can there. Into holy grab backflip. Wow. And a super Indy double backy with a triple. That was a triple flip with a heel clicker, backflip, no hander on that setup. Then Paris Hilton backflip, looking just like Danny Torres. And then into the California roll backflip, otherwise known as the Malachi flip. Heel clicker backflip 360 double backflip. What the hell was that? Oh, that was huge from Matej Cesak. Oh, the kid from the Czech Republic. I think he might be going through to the next round with that one. Let's see what the judges have to say at the end of this competition. That was a huge run. But let's check out what Pedro Moreno's got to do, or what to say with this next run.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo estáis? I hope everything is okay. Here Bimba, say hello Bimba. I'm so happy to be in the semi-final round. It's awesome to be able to enjoy this year of the Night of the Jumps in this way. It's a difficult year. Thank you Steve, thank you crew. We are one step away to the final. It is been really fun to play the game, and I have chosen here my trick list, my round to fight to the semi-final. It will be so difficult to do it, but we'll try it. Okay guys, no more. It's time to have something hard, and see you in TIMX. Ciao.
All right, there we go. Pedro Moreno getting the trick list out. Check out some of those tricks. Front flip, Christ air, flip rock, solid whip, holy grab. I love this one. Heel clicker to cliffhanger, T3, diagonal down, and then diagonal to the right. So let's see if he can actually put together all of those tricks into this run. Now, a little bit of a wheelie into the ramp. Christ there, first jump on the front flip. That's what he said he was going to do. Rock solid backy. Oh, here we go. Imagine writing down a trick list, then a whip over that upside down whip as well. Holy grab. Now he's on the tier 3. McMets. Oh, McMets the heel clicker? That's a little bit different. I didn't expect that. Then a vault over that setup jump. Huge tsunami over the long distance with a backflip. Nice little nose wheelie. Here we go. Step up, Paris Hilton. And the last jump. What's it going to be? Backflip 360, triple backflip. Triple backflip 360. I think that's the first one we've seen in this entire competition series. That was a huge run from Pedro. There was so much variety in that, especially with those big tricks on the really small jumps, like the vault over the little... That's the setup jump. That's not even supposed to be a trick jump. Man, Pedro is killing it. Right, let's see what the judges have to say at the end of this competition. I want to say a huge thank you to the guys at FC Moto for supporting this entire, whatever this is, virtual sport, esport with Night of the Jumps and TIMX. FC Moto, they jumped on right at the very start. They love the idea of us bringing the world's best riders, 16 riders from every inhabited continent, bringing them all together and having this awesome competition in the middle of our global lockdown. So check out fc-moto.com for the online motocross gear giant. They have everything on their website and they deliver all around the world. So check it out. All right, now it is time for the biggest battle, I think, of the night. Well, at least of the big names. It's Pat Bowden from Australia up against Sheeny over there. So we've got East Coast of Australia versus West Coast of Australia. Pat Bowden, he is on fire these days. He's landing double backflips into that airbag. He's working on some big tricks like that 360. He's got front flips. He's got everything, and he's even tried some body varials to dirt. Josh Sheehan, on the other hand, well, he's landed the triple backflip. He's won X Fighters. He's won X Games. He's won... Actually, he had one of the longest streaks ever at Night of the Jumps. I think it was something like 7 or 8 events he won in a row. This is going back a long time, maybe 2012, 2013. Sheeny was on fire back then. Can he keep that going in this next competition? But first up, we're going to see Pat Bowden's run and see if he can just throw down and stick it to the old dog Sheeny.
Hey guys, Pat Bowden here. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm super pumped that my TIMX FMX run made it through to the next round. So thanks for voting for me, everyone. And hopefully you guys like the following run that I just put down. I feel like I tried to replicate my style a little bit in terms of like big, clean tricks with nice landings. Oh, that just sounded a little bit like myself, didn't it? Holy shit. But anyway, thanks for voting, guys. Hope you enjoy the next round. Please vote for me and get me through, because I want to win the only FMX series of the year. So if I was able to win that through this e-championship series, Night of the Jumps, TIMX, that would be pretty sick to have that trophy up on my wall. So please vote for me. Hope you like it, and peace out, guys.
Looks don't mean anything unless you can put it all on the line in TIMX. Here we go, Tier 6. Whoa, wheeling all the way through the ramp, double backflip tsunami. That was huge. How did he save that? Into the Bundy. Can backflips, lands in the face of that dirt jump into a backflip rock solid. Then a vault backflip, a double vault, double backflip. Heel clicker fronty, no way. How did he do that? And that recliner front flip, that looks just like Pat. Front flip lands in the face of the dirt jump. California roll, lands a little bit deep, but goes for it into a 360 double backflip. Oh, Pat Bowden. Well. That was one hell of a run. That was so wild. Big tricks I did not expect. Half of the tricks that went into that run, and especially when he was landing in the face of the jumps and actually going all the way back, wheeling into the ramp and then out of the ramp into a backflip, double backflip. Well, Pat is back. He's back on the bike and he's back in the game. But let's see if he can keep Josh Sheehan, the triple backflipper, out of the grand final. So Josh Sheehan there with his own character as well. The gear, the bike, everything just looks like him. But again, looking good doesn't mean everything. It's awesome he's got his own character in TIMX, but here we go. Bike flip, lands it. Tom Paget's trick off the bat into a tsunami front flip. That tsunami looks just like Sheeny. He's got the gear, he's got the bike, he's got the tricks. That was an awesome setup jump, double heart. Standard trick in the middle of this. I think he needs something bigger, but that's it. The triple backy with a kiss of death and then a front flip on that setup jump. No way. Double grab, double backy. Front flip over the fun box into a special flip. There's a lot of Tom Paget's here in this run. They're good mates. No hand, triple backflip, and wheelies on out of there. He's going back to Donnybrook to pick some apples. And does Sheeny have enough to take the win and just keep wheeling all the way into the grand final in 2 weeks' time? We'll find out what the judges have to say, because I just say that every time. What have the judges got to say about this? Let's find out. Right, now it is time for the results. You've been waiting for it with bated breath, I am absolutely sure. Now, I'm going to start this actually with the last round we had. Pat Bowden versus Josh Sheehan. That one was close, but the judges have told me it was Pat Bowden. Pat got the win on that one. It was so wild. They loved it, and it was just enough by the hair on his chinny chin to beat out Sheeny. So unfortunately, Sheeny, you can keep on going, keep picking those apples. Maybe we'll have something a little bit special for the grand final. Maybe there's a way we can bring Josh back in. Let's find out. It's in 2 weeks, and let's see if we can make something a little bit special to get Sheeny on. But for now, Pat Bowden, he goes through to the grand final in the e-FMX World Championships. And who will he be going up against? This is why I wanted to leave it till the end. It's a little bit special. I didn't think this was going to happen, but the judges came back. It was equal. Pedro Moreno and Matej Cesak will both go through to the grand final. So basically, out of nothing, I'm sitting here going, okay, now the grand finals best of 3. Well, not best of 3. It'll be the best rider of the 3 riders in the grand final. Whatever, we can just make the rules up as we go. We're all about breaking the rules here at Night of the Jumps. And at the top of the show, I was talking about that very first event, the Freestyle of Nations that we had in Berlin. We broke the rules in all forms of freestyle motocross competition, and that was with Antonio Navas and Rocky Florenza. They broke the rules in the real competition. It was the first time we ever had tandem freestyle motocross competition. Well, actually, they were just in the freestyle comp, 2 guys on one bike, and they killed it for Team Spain. Unfortunately, Team Spain didn't win, but it was so good to see the rules were broken, and we've just done it here tonight. So going into the grand final in 2 weeks' time, it will be Pat Bowden up against Pedro Moreno, up against Matej Cesak. Unbelievable performance. So just before we go, I just wanted to say I checked out the Instagram for TIMX, and they've got some updates on there, and I actually want to show you right now what they're working on and what will hopefully come out in the very, very near future. First picture up right now, it is the seat grab Indy backflip. Actually a trick that took me down, that one. But I love to see that. That looks so good. The graphics on that bike and the rider looks so good. I can't wait to see that go into the game. Here is the new Supercross course that is getting developed right now, and it's almost ready to go into the game. It is in beta version right now. The real version's coming out. Well, I mean, it is out. The game's out, but it is in beta. And that means we can do some testing. Well, the guys at Aussie Adrenaline can do some testing. And here is that other picture I saw from their Instagram. Nice new whip. There are new whips apparently coming to the game. But check out the background. It just looks so good and so lifelike. I'm loving this game. So check out TIMX on their Instagram. It's TIMX Game. You can find them on there. You can also play for free. It is absolutely free to play the game. There is also the VIP content as well. And I mean, the free stuff is awesome, but there are reasons why the VIP actually works out so much better. And that's because what you have just seen tonight, all these competition runs on the special Night of the Jumps track inside this game are on the VIP. So if you're a VIP member, you get free fuel and free scrub energy. You get a weekly salary of 20,000 gold, but you also get to play the early access of these brand new tracks that we've just seen, like the Supercross track. Maybe the whips will be in early access as well, and so is the Night of the Jumps track. So check out TIMX. This is motocross. It is so much fun. We're having so much fun playing it. I'm having so much fun commentating this game. Maybe I'll just take this up as a full-time gig, just commentating video games. I don't know. What do you reckon? Actually, and the other thing is, we've got the grand final coming up. We talked about at the start of the show, but this trophy right here, I don't know how that's even going to get to the winner. I do want to give a little shout out to Tia, because I was thinking about this. How the hell are we going to get this trophy to the winner? It's so big, and I know with these lockdowns, like since March, I've tried to send stuff to Australia and to get stuff from Australia sent to Europe. It's not happening. Definitely not that big. Maybe a little letter to slip through the post box, but you know, I thought, let's see what Tia can build for a trophy. Maybe this big, you know, something kind of normal. This is what came. I mean, this is massive. So maybe whoever wins in the grand final in 2 weeks' time, rather than me sending out the trophy, maybe you've got to come to the next Night of the Jumps World Championships to pick it up. I think that's probably the best way to say, okay, the winner of the overall competition between either Pat Bowden, Pedro Moreno, or Matej Cesak, come and ride the World Championships. Pick up the trophy, maybe pick up the gold medal or the trophy, whatever it might be, at the real World Championships as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I've had an awesome time here commentating in virtual form. I hope you loved it, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for the grand final, and hopefully not too much further until we're back into the real World Championships at Night of the Jumps.
is Motocross, the revolutionary new mobile motocross game developed by Aussie Adrenaline Game Studios. Stay low and save time in the air with the TIMX epic new scrub feature. Ride multiple disciplines such as motocross, supercross, and freestyle motocross. Express yourself with a huge variety of freestyle tricks, whips, flips, and the notorious 360. Bike and rider customization like you've never seen before in a mobile motocross game. Battle head-to-head with other riders from around the world. Get ready at the gate for the ultimate mobile motocross game created for riders. TIMX. This is Motocross. Download today on the App Store and we'll see you on the track.